Hello and welcome to the Collegian Sports Show. After our long 2-week hiatus break, we're back. We're better than ever. I'm Zack Neiner. I'm alongside
Jake Somerville, very Halloweened out after this long weekend.
Garrett Ross, ready to go for my first show.
Connor Whooley, still riding high off the World Championship.
So guys, besides Halloween, what caught your eye this weekend?
I would say Penn State football. Played a pretty ugly game against Illinois, but once again winning in dramatic fashion, and they showed that they can bounce back after being beat down by Ohio State last week. They bounced back and managed to pull out the win in this one, so pretty impressive.
Yeah, my week takeaway was actually women's hockey. Another ugly performance this weekend. You know, they total loss 10-0 over 2 games. They were outshot by 56 shots over both games, and it'll be interesting to see how they go forward in this season.
My takeaway was former Penn State quarterback Matt McGloin got his first action in an NFL game. He was 7 of 15 for 87 yards and engineered a touchdown drive late in the game against the Eagles, so good for him.
My weekend takeaway was men's basketball on Sunday. They played a great game, unbelievable game for men's basketball, like nailing threes, almost 50% they shot. Wow. But my main takeaway is Riley Massimino, legendary Hall of Fame coach from Villanova University, 1985 team, just being in the press conference with him, it just blew my mind. He was just seeing a legend like that is pretty great. But guys, we're going to our new segment, or our segment called Numbers Never Lie. Connor, bring out the whiteboards. I'll kick it off with my number, which is coming from men's soccer, and the number is 27. So take a guess. What do you guys think that number means? We'll see what you guys say. You guys got it?
Got it.
Hold them up. Jake, what do you say?
Not too sure on this one, but I said goal scored.
Nah, close, but no.
I'm going to go with shots on goal versus OSU.
I think Garrett might have looked off my paper, but Connor, go ahead.
I said goals allowed this season.
As I mentioned before, Garrett was right. Penn State had 27 shots on goal, and their double overtime loss to Ohio State on Wednesday, which was not the greatest loss they ever had. 5-6-5 Ohio State team. But Jake, what do you got?
All right, guys. My number is regarding women's basketball, and that number is 2.
All right, hold on. Out. I scrambled, originally said seniors, but I realized I was wrong. I said juniors, but I'm not sure that's right.
I'm going to go with preseason All-Americans.
And Connor.
I got nothing. Yeah.
Well, my number was actually the number of consecutive Big Ten titles they won, and they began their quest for a third one this Friday against St. Francis.
Garrett, what do you got?
Yeah, we're going to go with women's volleyball, and the number is 15.
15. Jake, we cover the sport. We should really know what this is.
Pretty bad.
All right, what do we got?
I'm going to say kills for Deja. That's a guess.
Kills for Deja, okay.
This one of the games this weekend.
I feel like it's a little bit under this, but I was going to say winning streak because I know they're on the run right now.
Okay.
I said wins this season. Not even close.
All wrong. 15 is the number of matches of their 19 wins that they have won 3-0 in sets this year.
There you go.
Been very dominant.
They have been dominating teams in that regard.
So Connor, what do you got for women's soccer?
My number is actually also 15, so have at it. I wonder if Jake knows.
I think Jake might know.
I think Jake might know.
I said seed in the country, but that's probably wrong.
I had to think back on a little history here after covering them, but I said consecutive Big Ten championships.
I went with Maya Hayes' goals this season.
Maya Hayes has 19 goals, but Jake was right. But the real news is they did not get their 16th straight this season, so the streak ends at 15.
So guys, now we're going into our Fast Five segment. We somehow lost the hat that we always have, so we're just going to read off a piece of paper. If you have any questions for us, tweet us at @TDC_sports and ignore that marker falling down. But I'll kick it off. Connor, how far will Field Hockey go in the Big Ten tournament this year?
They're the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament. They lost to Michigan in their last game, but I'm going to say they're going to go all the way. Michigan, they play the winner of the Michigan game. If Michigan wins, I think Penn State's going to go all the way, though, win the tournament. My question is to Garrett. The over-under, which hockey team will win more games, men's or women's?
It's a good question. They've both been struggling so far this season, but I'm going to have to go with the men here. Based on what I saw from the women this weekend, I don't think they can overtake the men. I think the men have a strong team, and they just need to get it going. Next question is going to be for Jake. How long will women's volleyball ride its current winning streak, which I believe is at 11 right now?
Well, they're at 11 right now, and I think they're going to ride that through the rest of the regular season and making the deep playoff run. I'm not sure exactly what number they're going to end at, but I see them going pretty far and at least finishing out the rest of the Big Ten schedule without any losses. And Zach, sorry about that. Let me bring that back. All right, and Zach, my question for you is, who has the brighter future, cross-country runner Matt Fisher or the entire women's cross-country team?
Matt Fisher, junior, coming off a huge race in the Big Ten championships. He finished third in the Big Tens, but and the women's cross-country team kind of disappointing race. They finished fourth, which isn't terrible as 3 teams are ranked ahead of them. They're 29th right now, but they're kind of stumbling. They were ranked in the top 15 earlier. I'm going Matt Fisher. He should be up there again, if not winning it. We'll see, though. But guys, if you got any dinner with a Penn State coach, who would it be and why?
I got to go with Pat Chambers. Real nice guy. I feel like he'd be a pretty generous guy. Probably pay for my meal.
I would assume so.
I'm going to go with Pat on that one.
It's a good answer. I'm going to have to go with Guy Godowski because same reason. I mean, he just seems like a really genuinely nice guy, and I think he's got a lot of knowledge, and I love talking hockey.
I'm going to go Bill O'Brien. He's a New England guy, so I think we probably just watch a Patriots game and enjoy each other's company.
I'm going to go with the curveball. I'm going Dwayne Anderson, assistant coach of the men's basketball team. He played at Villanova. I grew up a Villanova fan. And I'll just sit down with him, talk a little Villanova hoops, some basketball hoops. So that would be mine.
Glory days.
Yeah, exactly. But what are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
Well, I'm going to stick with that theme of basketball, and they begin their season on Saturday against Wagner. They look good, like we spoke about earlier in the exhibition today. So expecting some pretty big things from basketball this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to women's volleyball coming back home this weekend against Purdue and Indiana. They had one loss at home earlier this season, so I don't think they'll be in too much trouble against these 2 teams, but it's exciting for them to come back.
I'm looking forward to women's basketball playing St. Francis this weekend, opening the season Friday night, so should be a good game.
I'm looking forward to women's soccer. They're kicking off the Big Ten tournament as a number 3 seed against Wisconsin. Wednesday should be interesting how far they go. I'll be curious. But guys, before we leave, we're gonna throw it to Ref. He's around here. He just got back from a trip from West Virginia. No idea why he went to West Virginia, but Ref, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Niner. Well, if you're wondering about my raccoon eyes, yeah, I was wearing sunglasses in the sun in West Virginia the last couple of days, really. But nobody cares about that. What they might care about is what I'm ranting about, and yes, I have another problem with the Blue Band. And it's not really necessarily the Blue Band's fault. It's really the people who pitched the idea to the Blue Band to play this song, and it's that "We Love You" song. The one where you go whoa, whoa, and whatever. Yeah, that's a soccer song. Yeah, it came over from Europe. It's kind of been adapted here, and honestly, the lyrics are wrong, plain and simple. It's "We love you, and that is why we follow." Really? That's like saying, I live because I breathe. So, the lyrics are wrong. It's we love you, and where you go will follow, because that makes more sense. So if you're singing that, oh, you are so misled. But I blame more the people who told the Blue Band to do that than the Blue Band themselves. But the Blue Band still deserves as much blame for changing the Gary Glitter song instead of just getting rid of it. So, yeah, that's it. That's the rant. What do you want from me? Go away.
Well, Ref, I love the Blue Band, so I don't know what you're saying. But thank you, everybody. It's been a great Collegian Sports Show. We're glad to be back. I'm Zack Neiner. I'm alongside
Jake Somerville.
Garrett Ross.
Connor Whooley.
Have a super fantastic week, State College, and just keep living the dream.